face. Like, I want to get my breasts done. I don't care. I don't care what anybody says. Everybody told me, no, you're fine how you are. You're perfect. Leave me alone. Don't do it. Don't do it. No, no, no. Anyway, everybody told me that, but it's my body. Guess what? My body. So I was like, no, I want to do it. Like, no. So I set up my car.
What's happening? What's good? What's going on? Part of my presence YouTube channel. I am back. It's been quite a while. I had a bit of a hiatus, but I'm back, and a lot of things have been happening in the news. But the first thing I want to talk about has to do with Jacky Oh. Apparently, she was the wife of DC Young Fly, and apparently she went. I'm sure you heard the story. She went to get plastic surgery done. They called it a mommy makeover. Apparently this consists of multiple procedures, a BBL, a tummy tuck, I believe, breast augmentation, well, pretty much the works, but all done during the same time and same procedure, which makes things a lot more difficult and, as we found out, a lot more dangerous. And as a result of the procedure, Jacky Oh lost her life. Apparently, after it was already done, she was staying at a hotel, and she unfortunately lost consciousness, or didn't wake up, or she was unresponsive, and that was pretty much it. It was a wrap. And a lot of people had many comments, a lot of things to say. Some were positive and uplifting, supportive, and a lot of people had negative comments as well too. But what I want to focus on is the fact that you have a trend where women have been blaming men for the fact that they're going out to get these dangerous procedures done on their bodies. And a lot of women are saying that it's men's fault because the men are forcing these women to compete. Notice I said women's, right? But it seems like they're saying that men are causing this situation where women feel that they have to compete, and because they have to compete for men's attention, they're going above and beyond. And because men seem to co-sign, or men seem to love fake breasts, fake booties, slim waists, artificial contour lines, and so on and so forth, they feel that they have to go and get the latest nip, tuck, and surgery. And I'm here to tell you that's completely bullshit. And there's many reasons why it's bullshit. The first one being that this woman has 3 kids, 32 years old. She's not an old woman. She's a fairly young woman. She's a beautiful woman, and she's a married woman. What does she need to get all of these procedures done for? She's already found her husband. The husband makes a good living. He's a successful comedian and actor, and so on and so forth. He's in the business. So there's no need to do any of these things unless you're looking to impress strangers. And from what I remember, a lot of times when women are being called out about them, overdressing or putting on a lot of makeup, or when they go out with their friends on girls' night out without their man, a lot of times girls get dressed and all these different things, and the men get upset because they're like, yo, why is it that when you're going out without me, you're dressed to the nines? And a lot of women say, I don't dress like this for other men. I dress like this for my girlfriends, because we all want to look fly when we go out. We all want to look great. We all want to feel good about each other. We all, have our friendly competition. Who looks the best in this particular dress, who got the best shoes, who put their outfit together, who has the best makeup. All the different things that you keep hearing, a lot of it has to do with women competing with women. And to take it a step further, you even have men telling these women, we want to see your natural hair. We want to see how you really look. Take out those butt pads. Take out those corsets. Take out all of those things. We want to see who we're dealing with. Take up all of that cake makeup that makes you look like a trans person. Take all of those things out. We want to see who you are for who you really are. When you wake up in the morning, how do you really look? That is what we're looking for. And how many men say we love those long eyelashes? None. We don't care. No man has ever said, wow, that girl has some beautiful eyelashes. You've never heard that. But yet all of these women seem to have these long eyelashes. I went to a rib fest recently, and you should see the amount of young women with long ass eyelashes. They could pretty much twinkle their nose with the eyelashes. It's so long. It's crazy how long and how ridiculous these things are getting now. But this is the trend. It has nothing to do with men, because the thing is, when men tell women what they want, women do not want to hear it. Women do not want to listen to us. Women are running and operating on their own system, on their own prerogative, and it's all about this either sisterhood or sister empowerment. But really what it is, it's competition, it's backstabbing, it's unhealthy, and it really has to do with women competing against each other. This has nothing to do with men. Plastic surgery, tummy tucks, BBLs, breast upliftment, all of these things have nothing to do with men's wants, men's needs, the pressure that men put on women. None of those things. Because if you really want to know what men are looking for and what they're pressuring women for is, are you feminine? Are you friendly? Do we cooperate with each other? Or do you give me peace? Or are you someone that's going to give me a heart attack where I die early in my 40s? Or are you someone I can build with? Are you someone that's not going to make me work to the point where I collapse because you are expecting me to do the heavy lifting? Are you someone who actually enjoys my time and not just enjoying the fruits of my labor and my money? These are the things that we're questioning women on. These are the things that we're pressuring women on. Can you cook and keep the house clean? Or can you work with me to do the chores so that we have things done equally and evenly? These are the things that men are pressuring women for. And for whatever reason, whenever we make those comments, whenever we tell women what we're looking for, what we want, what our desires are, what our expectations are, you always get pushback. You always hear, no, we don't want to do it. You always hear, I could do better by myself. So in other words, if women are claiming that they're doing all these things because of men's pressure, why aren't women listening to the other things that men are saying if that's the case? Because it's completely bullshit. And the last point I want to say about this is that women have a saying that's called, my body, my choice, right? When in the US they went to block abortions from certain trimesters in certain states, a lot of women were upset. A lot of women took offense to that because it was their body, their choice. They don't want a man telling them what to do or the government telling them what to do. This is something that is their choice, and if they want to go and get an abortion, they should have the right to do so, because no one could govern the choices that they make in regards to their bodies. But their bodies is also part of the whole plastic surgery system as well too. The BBLs and all of those procedures that are being done, the tummy tucks, all of these things belong to their body and are being done to their body. So in other words, by extension, it's also their body, their choice. And as far as I'm concerned here, Jacky Oh put out a clip where she said a lot of people are questioning why I'm doing this. You know, I'm already pretty enough. And she even says herself, it's my body. She's going to do whatever she wants to do. If she wants to get a breast augmentation, if she wants to get a tummy tuck, a BBL, a mommy makeover, she's going to do it. She was loud and proud about her wanting to get plastic surgery. And a lot of women in this business, this whether you want to call it show business, or whether you want to call it, the black culture, whatever you want to call it, there seems to be this trend where it's considered normal to go under a knife, to get liposuction, to not have to work out to get the body that you want, to put in the months and the years to get the body looking the way you want it to look. It seems to be a thing where everyone wants a quick fix. And as a result of this quick fix, there are risks that have to be taken, that have to be acknowledged. There's dangers that are involved with all these procedures, and a lot of women have lost their lives. And they all say that the BBL is probably the most dangerous procedure that you could do when it comes to plastic surgery. And a lot of times, many doctors don't perform those surgeries, which is why a lot of women have to go overseas, to the Dominican Republic, to Mexico, to all of these different places in the islands that don't have certain regulations. And when you're in Brazil as well too, and when you're in those situations, you don't know how cavalier these doctors are or how aggressive these doctors are in what they want to do and push things to the limit. And you end up in a situation where you could die on the operating table, or you could die after the fact due to complications of the surgery. And the one thing that people need to understand with surgery is that once your body is opened up, it's never the same again. Right? It's never the same as a body that's never been opened up, because now your body is susceptible to skin-eating diseases due to infection. Your body is weaker. You have many different issues. No one ever talks about those things. No one ever talks about the complications that could arise. So these are the things that I think people need to start talking about openly. Women need to be honest with themselves as far as whether or not this is even worth it. Because at the end of the day, Jacky Oh leaves behind 3 kids and a husband who's still in the show business, in the industry, where he has to travel and go out of town to work and earn a living for now his 3 kids, because he's a single father. So in a situation like that, that's not what you want to do. And I'm sure if she were to come back and go back in time, she would, because she realized that this was not worth it, because it isn't, because she could have hired a personal trainer and got the body that she wanted to get, or maybe not be so cavalier and trying to get all of these surgeries done at the same time, and maybe just get the breast augmentation. I understand that that's pretty much a safer procedure, and that's something that, you know, has been relatively perfected, so to speak. So that's something she could get. And again, when women have kids, their breasts are or can be disfigured, and you know, you might want to lift. So I understand that part, but all of the other things, you could do squats, you could do sit-ups, you could do push-ups, you could do bench press, you could do anything in the gym, and you could get that taken care of, right? And on top of that, men, we know when a woman's had a child. We know how the body looks. We know the stretch marks, and we don't care. In some cases, we even love the stretch marks. We love to see the tiger stripes. That's not something where we look at and we say, well, we don't want to be with that woman anymore. So it's not something that you have to do to continue to be, the apple of our eye. That's not required. And I'm pretty sure DC Young Fly never told Jacky Oh that she's losing it, or that she's not looking good anymore, or comparing her to other models, because he loved her for who she was, not how her body looked. And that's the sad thing about all of this, is the fact that none of this was necessary. The man that she already had in her life, her husband, loved her for who she was, right? So again, when you look at all of this, the takeaway from this is that, is it worth putting your health at risk to get the body that you want now, that you could actually work for to get in a few months? Let that sink in. Think about all the money that you're spending, and think about whether this is a risk that you want to take. That's what I want to say about the situation. You let me know how you feel. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, next move, best move, part of my presence YouTube channel. I'm back, and I'm going to keep it going. Peace.